Okay, so welcome to learning ETABS training series. In the last couple of videos we had model as well as done the analysis of a one simple continuous beam. Now within the same pattern we are model and analysis of a truss. So here you can see the truss has been shown here, and 1, 2, 3 supports are there. Out of the 3 supports, 2 supports are hinge supports and 1 is the roller supports, and these are the loading conditions of the truss, and these are the grids, and this is the height of the truss. So as you can see, as we require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grids on the x direction, and 1, 2 grids will be required on the z directions. Now at this time the units are also in meters kilonewton, so we will be use metric systems units. So we will go to the ETABS, we will go to the file, new tabs, and we will go to the use built-in settings with metric system of international. If you are using the feet and inches system, so you can go to the US, and from here you can use the feet and inches system, but since we are dealing with the metric system, so we will use metric system of international. We had used the codes to the Indian country code, and Indian country code in a steel design latest code right now is IS 800 2007, and for the RCC IS 456 2000. We will simply click on OK. Now at this time we have to specify the grid data, so we will click on custom grid spacing and we will click on edit grid data. In the last video I had shown you how to specify the grid with the ordinates. At this time I want to show you the grid with the spacing. So as you can see, if I am using grid with the ordinate, it will be count the ordinate with reference to 0. So as you can see, as you go further and further, the distance will be, obviously it will be increasing. But if you are using the as a spacing, the distance may not be increase or may not be decrease. It will be depends on your projects. So as we require 5 grids, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here there are 4 grids, so we will add one more grid. The spacing is first is 5 meter, 4 meter, 4 meter, and then 5 meter. So first spacing is your 5 meter, second one is 4 meter, third one is also 4, and last one is about your 5 meter. Similarly, within the Y grid data we will require only one story, so 2 and 3 and 4 we will be delete it out. Simply click on OK. Now number of stories, we will be required 2 stories, and you can also use custom story data, and we will require 2 story data. So you can simply go to here, right click, delete story, delete existing story, right click, delete story, delete existing story, and right click, delete story, delete existing story. We will require only one story, and the height is about 3 meter. Simply click on OK, click on OK. It will be required some times to load your new file. So as you can see, ETABS has been comes up with the X direction grid, Y direction grid. Since we are dealing with the truss in XZ direction, so we have to use this truss in a elevation view. So simple, you can go to the plan view and you can simply click on set elevation view, and you can click on elevation 1, click on OK. Now the distance between these 2 story is 3 meter, as you know. Now if you want to, last time I had shown you how to draw the beams by specifying point to point. Now how to draw the quick beams. So you can simply click on draw the quick beams, and you can simply click on this grid lines to draw the beams. Now here the beams are slanted, so we cannot use this option. We have to use click on draw option. The first point has been specified here, second point has been specified here. then after you have to specify point here, you have to specify point here, and lastly you have to specify point here. Now if you want to exit the command, you can simply right click to exit your command, or you can simply close this dialog box and click on select object. So now our truss has been modeled, but here as you can see only one support is there at the center, which is roller support, and two supports are the hinge support. So we don't require these two supports, so we will simply select these two supports, and we will simply select these two supports and go to assign and go to the joint restraint, and from here no supports, click OK. So there will be no supports at this 2 point. Here we will require the roller support, so we will simply select this, assign joint restraint, we will require roller support, simply click on OK. Now we want to also assign the loads. As we want to be assigned the loads on this joint, as you can see this is the joint, this one is also joint, so we want to assign the loads on the joint. So you can first simply select these two joints by pressing the control key, and you can simply go to the assign joint load force, and as you can see we are applying this load in the z direction, but in the negative, because of upward is positive and downward is negative. So with negative 10 kilonewton, and simply click on apply. Now you can simply select this joint and negative 5 kilonewton and click on apply. OK. So as you can see our structure has been modeled as per the requirement. Now we have to run the analysis. As you know, before you run the analysis you have to save the file. So let's say I will be save the file truss 2 and simply click on save. It will be required some times to save the file, and after saving the file ETABS will be display the some warning. So you right now you can simply ignore the warning, but when we do the actual real model of the building we will specify all the materials and other specification also, so ETABS will be not display any kind of warning. Now we can simply click on this elevation and simply go to the display deform shape, or you can simply press the F6 keyboard button. So this is your deform shape of your truss. You can simply go to the display and stress force diagrams, and you can say, let's say you want to display the axial force with the values. So this is your axial force with the values, but as you know you have here the self weight is also has been considered. So you have to first unlock the model, go to the define, go to the load pattern and use this value multiplied 0, modify the load, click on OK, and now you have to again run the analysis. If the ETABS will be display any warning, so right now from beginner point of view you can just ignore the warning, and after that you have to simply go to the display axial force with the values. Simply, as you can also go to the display deform shape, click on OK. Now after using the deform shape you can also click on start animation, so it will be display the animation of this truss. And you can also go to the analyze and display and force. Let's say you want to display the moment with the values, so these are the moments of the values. So right now after seeing this couple of the videos you are just begin familiar with the ETABS, ETABS user interface. So far we have discussed ETABS user interface, modeling a continuous beam, analysis of continuous beam, modeling and analysis of a truss. Now we will do the actual real model building, analysis, truss and everything. So now these are, so far all these 3 videos is just for the introduction of the ETABS software. Now we will do the actual model of the building and we will do the analysis and designs of that building as well. So we will meet on the next video.